All right, so I have completed these covers. Well, for the most part, I've gotten 16 prepped and ready to stitch signatures into. So I wound up with, let's see, this many. Looks like 7, where I wasn't super happy with the spine, like I didn't like it, or maybe it was cracking or something like that, but not completely broken. And so I wound up actually doing fabric on the inside and the outside of those. And since I wasn't, oh, and I used a little bit lighter weight fabric too, just because I wanted to add more fabric on the outside just to kind of make it more pretty. And I want to use some of those feed sack fabrics that I got in that big bundle. So yeah, so that's what I did. I wound up, doing the stitching and that kind of stuff. So I've got 7 like this, and yeah. It was fun finding fabrics that kind of coordinated with the colors in the covers, and this is probably one of my favorites right here. I hope you guys can see that okay. My lighting is weird, so I have the white balance turned on my webcam, hoping it'll be okay. But anyway, so then there was all these where the spine was good and I just did fabric on the inside. So I used that. This is a drop cloth, like a painter's drop cloth that I bought like at Home Depot, so you get like tons of fabric that you can, just like utility fabric for super cheap. I mean, I think the thing was like $10 and it was gigantic. Anyway, so yeah, so all of these just have that. Okay. Well, a couple of them have the, this is the grain sack fabric on this one. But see, I mean, it's not really that much different. You know what I mean? Anyway, and then on these ones, I think what I'm going to wind up doing when it comes to a closure is making some wraparound fabric tie closures with this fabric, with the scraps of this. Different patterns and stuff, like that scrappy trim fabric. Okay. So that's the covers so far, and no big revelations about anything while I was doing that, other than maybe using a thinner fabric if you're wrapping it around front and back so that you don't lose any space inside. So what I want to talk to you guys about today or tonight is what I'm sort of at that stage where I'm looking for inspiration and trying to gather stuff together that I want to use in the journals so that I know what direction I want to go as far as making tags and pockets and all that kind of stuff. And so first thing I wanted to talk about was some digital stuff. Okay, so I do actually use quite a bit of, stuff that I find online, like images that are, public domain and that kind of stuff. I do use a lot of that kind of stuff. I just don't use generally a lot of like digital kits. Okay. But I have one that I would like to show you guys. I haven't really talked about it much. I've used it a few times. I've used a lot of these images already in journals, and I didn't know exactly how I was going to offer these in my shop as a digital thing, but the lovely Tracie Fox was able to help me get this kind of organized, and she actually did most of the work for me, which was super, super sweet. And so we wound up doing ATCs. So there's 9 images to a page, and each page has 3 color images, and then there was like 100 images altogether in the whole book, and that I scanned, and the book is in the public domain, so it was totally fine. And anyway, so I just wanted there to be a good variety of different types of images and stuff, and yeah, so there's like a couple pages where it was just like words, because this is a reader. It's an antique children's reader. So, and then it gives like the pronunciations and different things about phonics and stuff. And it's just got these gorgeous, you know, illustrations. So most of these have some kind of nature theme. I guess this is a little kitty, but that's nature, right? So anyway, so these are available in my shop right now. Altogether 27 images from the book as ATCs. And what's cool about it is that I scan them with, you know, pretty high resolution. So you can actually, you know, crop these down and print them larger if you want to. You could even print them smaller if you wanted to. But I like to do like 4 to a page. I like that size too. And yeah, so the image quality is still really good. So yeah, so I want to use some of these in these journals, and I'll be doing, you know, pockets and tags and stuff like that with these. And then also, speaking of Tracie, she's got a couple new kits that I just like, I was like, oh my God, I love them. So she did this entomology one. So it's a notebook. So it's like a field note type of notebook. Okay. And so I printed off the journal pages, which is not something I normally do. And I don't know if I'm going to use them as journal pages necessarily, but I'm definitely going to use the images and stuff in, you know, one way or another. I might wind up doing like some like writing boards with some of these, or even just, you know, using part of a page for different things. And so I printed this on a cream color cardstock. It's like a 65-pound cardstock. And yeah, and I printed it full size. So then I also did, so that's one kit. That's the journal pages, and then this one is the ephemera. And so there's 6 tags. They're relatively large tags, and I just love, like, you can see the little pin holding the tag and stuff, and you know, butterflies, and I love the little labels. And then she did like the like Latin names and stuff. So yeah, so there's tags, and then there's cards, like journaling cards. Okay, so cool, like bees and ants and stuff. And then some blank cards, so those are cool. And then there's some pockets with some cute little ephemera, and a couple more pockets. Okay, so that's the entomology one. So I definitely want to use some of that stuff. And then there's also a botanist one. So this one's got pretty much the same stuff, but obviously, you know, botanical themed. So there's the tags, and then there's a couple of pockets with some, you know, ephemera on the side, some more pockets, and then some blank cards. And I love how she does this like grungy. And then the image journaling cards. And then the other part of this is the second kit, which is the journal pages. And so these are so awesome because there's space. You know, a lot of this is, when it prints out, it's really cool because you can write right over the top of it if you want to. So it's kind of like pushed back a little bit, and I love that. And then there's a little bit of a grid pattern kind of behind. Like this, you could totally write right over that, and it would be really pretty. So anyway, yeah, and I didn't print these at a real super high quality because I don't know what I'm going to be doing with them. But yeah, and then these are the little journal cards with the, oh gosh, I wasn't even on screen. And then she did a different blank plain card, pockets, more pockets, and tags. Did I just show you the same thing twice? Anyway, so yeah, so I'm super excited to use that, and this thing that's in my shop. And I actually printed it accidentally on craft paper, and I thought, oh geez, what'd I do? But you know what? It's not too bad, actually. I think it's kind of cool. It'll look pretty, I think, with you know, some inking and stuff. Anyway, so what I wanted to do was just sort of go through some books and talk about where to get, you know, some books that I've got that I want to pull pages from, and and maybe even actually pull some pages from some of these books. So these are books that I've kind of been stashing away that I, you know, knew that I wanted to use, at least some of them. And, you know, because I'm tired of all the stuff that I already have and that I already use, you know. Oh, and I thought it would be kind of cool if you guys have questions. I think what I'm going to try to do in this series, if you have questions about whatever, I'm going to try to answer your questions in the next video, you know. So if you have a question, definitely I'll acknowledge it. I usually give it a like and a love. I'll read all the comments. I really do. I honestly do. It's just a lot of times I just can't, you know, I just can't get it together to respond to all of those. But anyway, so let's look at some of these books. Okay, let me just respond to this text really quick. Hang on. All right. So yeah, so tons of books, right? And these are all books that have some sort of nature theme, and they just really stack up. So I just piled them all up here, and now I'm going to move them all to the side. But there's also different books that I wanted to maybe pull some pages out of. So I'm just going to make like a stack of pages and kind of talk about how I might use those in the journals. So this is Beethoven symphonies, and I just love the way that the notes are printed on these pages because they're kind of small. So I definitely want to pull out a couple signatures from this to have in my, I've already used these in previous journals. So I've got a few signatures that I've already taken apart. So I'll put 4 signatures, and then this will just go back. I usually keep a rubber band around these books that I'm gutting or that I'm using pages out of, just so I remember that that's what's going on. All right, and then this one, A Field Guide to Ferns. I thought this was kind of cool and just has these neat like drawings. I've pulled pages out of this before. So what I do is I'll find the center of a signature, and this book is, they're stitched in, even though it's a soft cover book. I'll find the center of the signature. You can see the strings there, and then I use these scissors. Sometimes I use an X-Acto, but I actually really like using these scissors because they have a really tiny little point, and then I just push it down and cut that little string. So then these pages will just come right out. So I like to have variety. I like to have options. I may not wind up using all of the pages that I pull, but I don't like to spend the time, you know, doing, I like to do this once, is what I'm saying, you know. And everything that I pull, like I said, I'm not necessarily, you know, definitely going to use it as a page in the journal. Oh, so when I get to where this, so this is the last page in the signature, and it's still glued in. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to pull pages from a couple more signatures, though. Let's see if I can find the center of this one. So you can see where it, I think that's it. Wait, one more. It's hard when they're glued too. Okay. There we go. So I could take some of these pages and like coffee dye them, or Momo, stop it. Momo, stop it. Sorry. she's Supposed to be going night-night. Okay, one more. So now I know how many pages. All right, I don't think I want any of those. Let's go back this way. This is where I found the prettier, like, fern images. So anyway, oh, I wanted to answer someone's question. I had a question about glue sticks and about if I ever use Uhu glue sticks, and the answer is no. I have a couple that I bought on Amazon, and they're not the big ones, they're smaller ones, and I didn't really like it. Like, I thought it was really soft and kind of messy. Like, I didn't, I don't know. I just felt like it was messy because the glue was real soft. So yeah, so I don't really like it. But that's not to say that it's not necessarily good glue. It might be, I don't know. But I also think that it's kind of expensive. Not that the Scotch glue sticks are not expensive. They are kind of. But anyway, yeah. So no, I don't really use Uhu to answer your question. Momo, stop it. Okay, so I think that's enough out of this book. And then I just go through, you know, this book of birds. I like the images. I really, really like the images. I think they're really pretty. I tell you what, I'm going to stack up all the bird books in one pile. And then I'm going to sort, yeah, there's another one. This one's moths. Okay, so lots of birds, huh? Okay, so trees, flowers, flowers, flowers. I've got this. This is the nature notes of the country diary of an Edwardian lady. And it's, oh, this book is really cool. Momo! Flowers. Sorry, you guys. I just can't hear it sometimes. Trying to put trees all in one place. Flowers. Oh, this is the Fern Grower's Manual. So this, since we're on ferns, let's look in here. Oh yeah, this one has some cool images, and it's kind of, see, like this kind of stuff is neat. Let's pull some stuff out of here since I'm kind of in fern mode. So this book is not, these pages are all glued in. So let's see. Yeah, they pull out real easy. So I'm just going to kind of go through it and pull pages that I like. Seeing how this book is organized. So I don't really want that kind of stuff. I want more like images that are illustrations. I prefer illustrations lately. I don't really like photographs that much in my journals, especially if they're like vintage sort of style or feeling, you know. I don't really like photos that much. I prefer, you know, drawings or illustrations. Okay, where's all the fern pictures? Okay, well, here we are back where I started. So these are just cool to use as you know, these will need to get trimmed, obviously. Yeah, I don't like that page. So it's not always about the pictures. Sometimes it's about what it says on the page, like the words too. It's not always about the pictures or the images. I'm just looking for something that calls to me, right? And these can get used to make, you know, tags, just pages in the book, pockets, what have you. See, I really like that. So this book is geared towards people who want to like propagate ferns and stuff. Yeah, there's not a ton in here that I think I really want to use, to be honest. Not a ton. That's kind of a cool picture. I like that. All right, so there's that one. And then this little book I thought was so cute. What is a tree? And this was a kid's book. So the way this one is put together, it's actually stitched vertically like through the book, you know? So it's kind of weird to take these apart. You have to use a knife. Well, you don't have to, but this is what I feel like I need to do because this is what I usually do. Anyway, so what I do is I just cut down through that string. You can see it. There we go. I don't know if this one is stapled. Kind of feel like it's not. There we go. Yeah, and then just pull. Yeah, I don't think this one was stapled. A lot of times these books they're stitched like that, and then they're also stapled together. So there's a couple of like heavy duty. Oh yeah, there is a staple. There it is. There is. Okay, pliers. So when I find the pliers, I mean, I have to cut the strings anyway, so that wasn't necessarily a waste of time, right? Because I just open up the staples and then I start pulling the signatures off from the back. Like that. There we go. Okay, so then I don't know if I'm going to save this cover, but I'll stick it over there in that pile. So this book was really cute. So this I'll save because this can definitely get used in the book, in a book. So this book is, let's see, what's the height of these pages? I'm thinking these might be cool as pockets, you know, or just maybe flip out pages or something. See, I love this. I love the little, just this kind of stuff is really cute. The little tree goes taller and taller. See, I just imagine that on a page, just that, and I just think it's interesting. Tree grows on every side. So yeah, so these pages, I'll probably wind up using this whole book in these journals. So this is sort of what I do. Like, I like to just do one process at a time, you know, and I wanted to do this first, go through these books first, because I'm going to be making, you know, pockets and tags and stuff, and I want to be able to use this stuff. So this is kind of like the meat and potatoes of the journals, is this stuff, because the whole idea to me is repurposing things that are bound for the garbage, and these books were bound for the garbage. So, you know, it's a mercy, really. I'm rescuing them from certain death. So I feel good about it. I really do. I have no bad feelings about taking apart a book that was intended to go in the garbage. You know, because it's valid still. Everything that's in this book is still valid. And it has purpose now. Look at that, is so cute. So that will definitely get used. And look at this one, wasn't stapled, so this one was really easy to take apart. See, I'll even save that. All the signatures just came right out. It was just held together with that string. So that paper, and then this cover, this would be cute as a journal cover. I'll save that and use it sometime, you know, maybe not right now, but, and I love this book. I love all of these images. These are so cool. Yeah, so this, I mean, just about every page of this book probably too. I'll probably get a little bit more picky about what, like, that is awesome, about what pages I'll use in the journals as we go, but they always have some type of use, you know, even if they just get made into tags, just simple tags, or this could get used in collage. All of these images are super cool for collage. Some of these pages could be tea dyed or coffee dyed, and then you know, broken down even more and torn apart, used in collage or whatever. So yeah, so I'm just going to put this whole stack over here because I like all of that stuff. Now this book, I'm not sure that this is going to actually go with the kind of feeling that I'm looking for in these journals, but I love this book. It's super pretty. So a lot of this stuff would be great to fussy cut and maybe use on tags and stuff. So I'm going to put this in the fussy cutting section. Okay. I have like a box that I store that kind of stuff in. So this book is the Nature Notes book. This is not an old book, it's a new book. But Edith Holden. Everybody loves Edith Holden, right? So I'm trying to think of how I could use these pages in those smaller journals, right? Because what's the sense of these pages are obviously much larger than what I need for that book. So I'm thinking that maybe I want to save this book for larger journals, you know. This would be a great spot to just, you know, like glue a pocket on or something, or stitch a pocket on in larger journals. So I think this one is going to get put back in the save for later pile. This one, these moths, I think I would probably use some of these pages in the journals. Let's see, this is put together in signature, so let's see if I can find the center. Is that the center? Yeah. Let's get my handy scissors. There we go. So let's see. 1, 2, yeah, these are going to be great in the journals. 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then these are the ones that are glued to each other. So these are going to get, these will be like single pages. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be the center. Yep. I like that some of these are black and white and some are color. I think that's cool. So I know I said that I don't necessarily like photographs, but you know, I don't know. I guess it depends on the photographs. I think these are cool photographs. So this page, yep, I can save that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be the center of the signature. Nope. There it is. I think. Where is it? Nope, there it is. So I'm just trying to make sure that I have at least one page from this book for each journal. Okay. And, you know, I have 16 journals, so. And then I also think that some of this would be cool to use on tags. So, you know, I'm sort of going to maybe use all of the images out of this book. They're just in the inside of the book, like the middle section. So, but, you know, even the rest of it is usable for different things. You know, I don't have a tendency to use a lot of that stuff, but you know, I might. You never know. Of just the text. I doubt if I'll use this whole book, but I'll probably use some of it. Some of the rest of it, I mean. You know, just the text portion. This one, that is a cool page. I love that. Okay, so I don't know how boring this is, but, you know, this is what I do. This is the process. So, you know, I told you guys I would bring you along and talk about all these steps. So this is kind of the boring part, I guess. There's a few more signatures to take out of here. A couple more anyway. Yeah. So I will do that, and then I'm just going to keep working through these books and pulling pages that I feel like I will use, you know, and then I'll organize those. Any of the signatures where I didn't pull all the pages apart, I'll do that. And then I think next time we'll just make some tags. I think that would be fun. Just do some collaging and, working on making some tags. And maybe alter some pages and stuff. So this one needs work. It's, you know, yeah. Anyway, okay, so I got all the images out of this book. But see, there's other stuff in here, but this stuff is cool to use in collages and stuff. So it just depends on how diligent you are, you know, with trying to harvest stuff. So this book was really cool. I love this book. See how these are formatted like landscape this way? I think these are going to be great as journal pages. You know, like that's almost the perfect size. I think these are going to be awesome. So I'm going to take some of these pages out and yeah. So I will let you guys go. I'm going to sign off. And when next time I come back, I will show you what I wound up pulling. Like this is the same, like these roses and stuff. I love it. It's awesome, but I think it's wasted on these smaller journals. So I'm going to put this with that Edith Holden book. And it can get saved for another day. You know, and then I've got this encyclopedia. These flower fairies. These are so cute. There's not a lot of these. So I try to make sure that I have enough to spread out amongst every journal. And these images are a little bit too large for the Reader's Digests. So these I think I'm going to actually hang on to for another project too. And then there's this How to Grow Roses book that has some really cool fussy cutting stuff. So this is going in the fussy cutting pile. And then, you know, I'll pull pages out of this guy. This is one of my favorite books to pull from for flowers. And then this one is a tree book. So it's got all these cool, or no, it's flowers. Trees, shrubs, and flowers. So it's got all these neat illustrations on the edges of the pages and stuff. So I'll probably pull some more pages out of this. And then I've got all the bird books, you know. There's tons and tons of bird images. So whatever I feel will fit into this size book, I will probably pull some pages out of it. Okay, so that's where I'm at. And yeah, I will be back, and we'll be making some tags next time. Okay, and yeah, I love you guys. Take care. Stay out of trouble if you want or not. Anyway, see you soon. Bye.